Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How does one accept their fate? How does one accept fate even when one is poor or sick or otherwise unpleasant?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your fate. How are you going to accept your fate? The fate, it is so important. It is part of our faith to believe in qadr. The shar, the khair and the shar is coming from Allah. It is coming from Allah. They're not really teaching us how to have faith these days, because they say whatever that is happening in the world, you decide what you want to do. You study, you're going to get a good job. You do this, you're going to do this. Everything is about you. It has nothing to do with Allah deciding what is good for you or not. They're teaching us that in school. They're teaching us that when we're growing up. They're teaching us whatever that you do, you're doing it. Allah is just there to grant you, but you are the one that is doing it. Anything that's happening in this world is as if Allah is no longer there ruling. Astaghfirullah. Prophet ﷺ used to be, when he saw a dark cloud approaching, he would raise his hands and beg Allah not to punish his nation like the way he punished the nation of Ad and Samud, that they were punished by the winds that is coming from hell that is ripping everyone. Now, are they teaching that? No, of course not. Now when they say something happened, oh, don't say it is Allah. Snowstorm, ice storm, anything, they say, oh no, it's natural. It's okay, it's natural. It is not. Allah is the creator of nature. Now, how are you going to accept your fate? Look to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. When you are looking at your lives, and here you're looking at your fate, about your life, and it is concerning unpleasantness. And the unpleasantness, what you're saying, is mostly physical unpleasantness. Whether you are poor or you are sick, is physical unpleasantness. That physical unpleasantness, you're saying that is fate and that is unpleasant, that is no good. And how I'm going to accept this? That is showing that your understanding of what is fate, what is from Allah, what is good and what is bad, your understanding of it is a little bit lacking. It is not too developed. Because now if one is healthy and you are rich and you're having a pleasant life, that is a good fate. Who is saying it's a good fate? That if you are sick and you're poor and you're facing through the difficulties in life, that is a bad fate, you have a bad life. Who is saying that? Or is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, maybe the thing that you see, it is bad, but there is good in it for you. Maybe you wish for something that is good, but there is bad in it for you. Because to live our life, who are we looking to say, oh, this is how I lead my life? Who? Are we looking to the Prophet? No. Are we looking to the awliya Allah? No. We look at television. We look at the ahli dunya, how they're living their life, and say, oh, that is pleasant. We look to see the American dream. That is supposed to give us happiness. Holy Prophet ﷺ is the most happy person that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ever created. But his life is the most difficult. The Sahaba Kiram, they were very happy with Allah, with his Prophet, but their lives were very difficult. The awliya Allah, their lives are very difficult, but they're happy with Allah. So now, it doesn't match what you're understanding to what Allah and his Prophet and the awliya Allah's understanding is. You must change your understanding, because your understanding is not haqq. Yes, it is difficult. Are you understanding what that difficulty is? Are you comparing the difficulty that we're having to the difficulty that is just across the border? No need to go all the way to the Middle East, which is burning right now. But just across the border, we're living here in America. If you live in America, look to see in Mexico how they're living their lives. They have worse things than us. But you know what? So many seem to be very happy. How are you going to feel when you say, I'm poor and I'm sick and so difficulty? Because your heart has become really like a rock. Your only feelings for yourself. Allah has given us that technology. Every day we are seeing videos of people who are suffering. They are Muslims, they are good, they are suffering. We see videos of the Burmese, Rohingya, that they are suffering. And we look at ourselves. Now you look at yourself, how we can have the face to say, Ya Rabbi, I'm suffering compared to that. You're going to say Astaghfirullah. Once you say Astaghfirullah, some burden will be lifted from you. More you say Astaghfirullah, more burden is going to be lifted for you. If you say how it can be, I'm not getting what I want, that time even if you have everything, you're going to find something that you don't have, and it's going to be hell for you. Because this dunya is not paradise. You're going to find something that you don't like. There was a man. I'm not really going to explain who he is. There was a man. He was a ruler. He was a ruler who was tyrant kind. And he says, for 3 days I'm going to have just perfect pleasure. No worries, no pain, no nothing, he's saying. Complete pleasure I'm going to get from sunrise to sunset for 3 days. He's going to have it. So he wakes up, everything is there, anything he wants to see, hear, eat, all his senses, everything was giving complete pleasure. 1 day, 2 days, third day he was eating something, and was eating something with his favorite Jaria. And they were feeling so happy, and his Jaria, his favorite one, was eating some chicken, and she choked on the bone and she died. Don't you know this dunya, it is a prison? It is a prison. It is not paradise. Paradise is, problem is trying to make this world into a paradise. It is a prison. For believers, it is a paradise for the unbelievers. The difficulty that comes to you, you compare, then you say, I cannot now say I have difficulties. Then Astaghfirullah, Ya Rabbi, as you like. There is wisdom in it, make me to understand. You pull back, you stop being angry. You start being arrogant. You start demanding. You say as you like, grant me more patience, Ya Rabbi. You start understanding now, looking at things the way that a servant looks, the way that a believer looks. You're not going to look at this world the way that the Ahli Dunya, the Ahli Nar is looking. Unbelievers, they are looking. Like what our Shaykhs used to say. They say, you know what? Those who don't believe in Allah, they say there's no Allah, there's no Akhirat, there is no afterlife. He says, what are you doing sleeping? You're wasting your time. Don't sleep. He says, enjoy yourself 24 hours because that's all you're going to get. Don't sleep. Yes, don't sleep. Enjoy yourself. Do every crime, everything that you want. Why? Why you have to waste your time? But we are not. We are believers. Our role models, they are not people from this world. Our role model is the Prophet ﷺ, the Ahlul Bayt, the inheritors, the Awliya Allah. Look to them. Then you're going to find that your source of happiness is not going to be these things that people say, this is the source of happiness. More money, more work, more this, more children, more wealth. This is not the source. The source of happiness is somewhere, something else. Once you find that, then it doesn't matter whether Allah gives or Allah doesn't give to you. You found it. What is that? What is it that you find? Allah is calling to you. You must find Him because He is the creator of happiness. You must be in sohbat with the people who have found, or they are finding this, or they are in the way. If you're not in association with people like that who are finding Allah, you'll be in association with people who are only busy finding the dunya. That time you're going to be miserable. Because in Islam they say, when you compare yourself about this dunya, don't compare yourself with what you have with those who have more than you. Meaning that if you say, okay, I have one house, don't compare yourself to the ones who have 10 houses. Compare yourself with the ones who have no house. But for the sake of Allah, for akhirat, for worship, don't compare yourself with the liar, the thief, the murderer. Compare yourself with the Sahabis, with the saints. That time, what we're looking for is contentment, sakina. That you cannot find in things. Inshallah, if we stop looking around, then you're going to think you are the only one who is suffering and your pain is very unique, no one else understands. How many more videos of people that we are seeing suffering? How many more videos of the refugees that we're seeing crying, giving birth on the way, that they are being abused, being killed? How many more videos that we need to see? Allah is making us to be witness to this. Of little children that are very embarrassed to ask the reporter something. The reporter is saying, what are you asking? I'm so sorry, but I have to ask you, my brothers and sisters, they are very hungry, they have not eaten for 3 days, do you have any bread? So if you lack shukr, if you don't give shukr, you can have everything, it's going to be a hell for you. You have shukr, you don't have too much, it will be blessed. You'll feel happy and you will share your life. You will share that. You want others to have it too. May Allah make us to have more shukr, inshallah. Fatiha. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. This much is enough. You have a question? Huh? Say.
Why there's two adhans called for?
Yeah, it's a fiqh question. I'm not a fiqh scholar. It's a sunnat. Okay? You find out and you let me know. It's not so difficult. There's a secret to that. There's a secret to us making prostration twice. No one is asking me that question. Everything in our prayer, in salah, we're doing it one time. We stand up once. You make ruku once. Correct? You sit one time, but you make sujud twice. There's a reason for that. I'm not going to tell you. You do it yourself. Inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.